Okay, let me present my screen and then probably we'll kick off. Just give me 1 second. Share files. Let me know once you are able to see my screen.
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. So why we should choose Oracle Session Border Controller for better communication? Because nowadays the world is changing, especially if I talk about the VoIP. There are a lot of integration happening in the world with respect to SIP and SIP devices, and we are obsoleting our legacy infra, and we are moving towards the SIP protocol. And SIP is the basis of every IP telephony environment nowadays. So this is the agenda for today, where I will give you the brief introduction of Oracle SBCs, what kind of Oracle products which you can utilize for a VoIP environment as a whole. There are a lot of Oracle products which you can have with Oracle SBC for your monitoring, for your tracing. So it is a combined solution. That is why you will know at the last of this webinar that why you should choose Oracle instead of other platforms or other vendors SBCs. Then I will discuss about the deployment architecture, and then we'll move on to Oracle SBC features and security, what it offers, along with the other products which it has, and then how you can do the dial plans tweaks into the SBC, and then from the existing platform, whether it is legacy, whether it is Cisco, whether it is like any kind of legacy platform you want to move to Oracle SBC. So I will give some basic idea and one case study so that you will understand. And then the last then there is a why choose Oracle SBC. I will go into deeper, and then the one is practical use case. So let's move on our introduction. So this is the Oracle communication as a whole, uh, as a global business unit. So they are every day increasing their customer base and all. From if I talk about from the, let me just put the highlighter here. Okay. So if you see this technology, so these are the technology. So they are providing the application level services, the middleware level services. You have already, some of you have already worked upon Oracle databases, MySQL and all. And then they are also providing the hardware services. And if I talk about especially Oracle SBC, so they have 3900, nowadays. So there are a lot of Oracle hardware SBCs which they are supplying to the vendors according to their session capacity and all. And nowadays the cloud is very demanding, and they have developed their own cloud which is called Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, and it is very similar to AWS, Azure, and other cloud vendors which are in the market. And then from the global business perspective, so uh, what kind of services you can achieve through your Oracle SBCs, what kind of markets you can target. So you can target any kind of banking where you can integrate their services to Oracle SBCs so that they can have the facility to make inbound, outbound calls and connect to their consumers, customers, etc. And then retail, utilities, if you're running a shop or a small business, then you can do buy this solution where you can install this Oracle SBC. Healthcare services, and then hospitality, and in the communications. So communications is like a totally VoIP, where you can deploy this in any VoIP infrastructure, and you can have this Oracle SBC functionality. So there are some figures which I have just captured from their website, how they are growing with this Oracle communication product, and it is specifically for Oracle SBC. I have not considered any other parameters into it. So you can see the grow pattern of them. Let's move on to next slide. So uh, if you want to uh, be ready for the future and making your VoIP and UC network secure, reliable, and flexible, and highly available for the customers, then you should go ahead with the solution. You have to have this Oracle SBC in place, because it is very scalable and very reliable, and also you can do the high availability configurations, and it is very seamless. So you will even the end user who are in a call, and suppose one of the node which is in the redundant goes down, it will seamlessly switch over to other node without any call drop or without any packet loss on this SBCs. So as per my experience, because I am working since last 6 and 7 years on these SBCs, I have not seen any kind of issues with the high availability or any other kind of packet issues. So how does the future look like? So you can see this is Oracle SBC today, and there are multiple other PBX systems like Cisco, Alcatel, Lucent. You have Avaya. You can have integration of Nice, which is a recording platform, and you can have Microsoft Teams direct routing, Microsoft Operator Connect, which is emerging technology, and there is one more Microsoft product is coming in, and might be you have heard, Microsoft Teams Phone Mobile. You can integrate those solutions to your Oracle SBCs, and you can also do some conferencing solution registration like Polycom phones. You can register with Oracle SBCs. There are a lot of things which you can do with this single box, and it can provide you a seamless call solutions from PSTN towards the legacy environment. And nowadays this web RTC is having a lot of demand, where this web calling you can enable through this web RTC application, so you can integrate those into this Oracle SBC. Also the PRI and this BRI, the legacy solutions where you have the ISDN connectivity, you can integrate this with this platform. And then these are the deployment architecture options. So if you see the first one, centralized deployment architecture, so you have a single box and you have integrated or your unified communication application and PBX. So the reason behind why you should not choose centralized, because it is like having less resiliency, and if anything fails in terms of your WAN connection, you will lose the call. But for if you want a small business, so you can choose centralized SBC solution, where you can host your SBC into a centralized location, and then you can run your branches through that SBCs by connecting through WAN. And this is very lowest carrier cost, and you can easily manage because you have a centralized platform, and you can do the policy control at one place. You don't have to go different boxes, and you have to control the policies, because you have centralized SBC, so you can control your policies at a centralized level. And then we have a distributed deployment architecture option, where you can connect multiple platforms through PBX, through your direct Cisco environment, like Cisco call managers. There are multiple Microsoft Teams direct routing. You can connect anything through this distributed network. So they have, if you see in the picture, they have connected multiple unified communication solutions in a distributed manner, so they have better resiliency for their solution. And you can manage each box separately. You don't have to dependent on each other location and all. And the reliance on WAN, so every box is connected via separate WAN, so you don't have to be reliant on a single WAN. So suppose a WAN fails, it doesn't mean that other side will fail. They will be working, because only one side will go down in case of you don't have a secondary WAN for that site. And then hybrid and cloud technologies. So you can deploy your a few boxes on prem and few on cloud. And on cloud, you have to choose software as a service for this Oracle deployment architecture, where you can like uh, you can have this SBC on your cloud, and it will perform the same thing as it performs in the on-prem environment. So this is hybrid versus cloud, hybrid with cloud environment. And it is because in cloud you have multiple regions, multiple VPCs and all, so you can have better resiliency on that platform. And it is easy to have the bandwidth management on that. And nowadays this GDPR compliance rules, because every country having their own GDPR rules. So this type of architecture is more reliable if you are deploying it in multiple countries, and you have offices in your multiple countries. So this kind of architecture will help you a lot into managing your infra. So this is a session border controller, how this is going to be a game changer. So it has a carrier grade security. So if the call is going to a carrier, any carrier, you can integrate with these SBCs. And it can act as a access SBC, and it can act as a interconnect SBC. So it has a different role of acting. So if it is access SBC, so you can connect your PBX systems and the legacy systems to this SBC, and all the access network will be connected through your access platform, access session border controller. And if you want to connect your carrier like Tata, Colt, and there are British Telecom, so you can have a separate interconnect networks or interconnect SIP trunks with your carriers. And you can deliver the call through that interconnect SBC. And this SBC is very interoperable. You can have the interoperability features enabled into these SBCs to have a seamless call connectivity throughout, from PSTN to your premises, and from your premises to the PSTN world. And as I said, legal and regulatory compliance is offering with Oracle SBC is very popular. And uh, I think every system, every SBCs which you can deploy in countries, it can offer you the better GDPR compliance with that country. And in terms of high availability, it is highly available. You can configure your systems with multiple redundant nodes, multiple local redundancy, multiple geo redundancy, where you can have a simple configuration, and it can have a seamless switchover in case of any failure to of any of the boxes. Then let me move on to this. And this is one of the comparison which I put upon to make sure how it is differing from the security perspective. So I have compared it with firewall, because you all know firewall is a security element which you can put upon into your network. But how you can achieve that same security of SIP calls through this SBC, that a comparison I have put it to this table. So firewall cannot provide you the SIP, denial of service or DDoS prevention, because it is a network element, and it can provide you the network architectural security in terms of like NAT, PAT, etc. But it cannot provide you the SIP. It can provide you the SIP, ALG, disable and enable on your switches and firewall. But this SIP DDoS protection is available into Oracle SBC, which you can configure. And then dynamic access control list you can configure on your SBC, while on the firewall it is not available. Topology hiding you can achieve through this session border controller. Then you can create multiple VPNs for each and every customers. Suppose you have a ISP network, and you are providing this session border controller as a service provider. So on that service provider session border controller, you will have multiple customers hosted. So if you want to separate them through multiple VPNs, you can do this. And then voice spam protection. So suppose you are getting fraud or voice spam calls, so you can prevent those calls through local policies, which you can configure on this session border controller. And then encryption. So if you want to encrypt your RTP end to end or your signaling end to end, you can do this security feature into your session border controller. So this is the like benefits of Oracle SBCs in terms of security, which you can achieve by tweaking few configurations into your session border controller. And then these are some more encryption standards which you might be aware for TLS, SRTP, IP security tunnels, which you can configure to achieve more and more authentication encryptions, authentication, secure RTP encryptions, and you can create security tunnels to integrate your authentication mechanism to your like token system or Microsoft Authenticator system, where once you do the SSH of your device, it will just pop up not for directly a password, it will pop up for a code which you have to put upon from your Microsoft Authenticator or Fortinet Authenticator. So that kind of tweaks also you can achieve on this Oracle SBC, because nowadays this security fraud is happening very well in this VoIP telecommunication. And so we have to be aware about these protocols so that we can utilize it on our Oracle SBCs more and more. This is high availability, how you can achieve in terms of disaster recovery, and there would not be any service impact to your customers. So I will show you how you will do this, but it will not drop any sessions. Suppose a RTP is flowing in onto this box, and suddenly this box have some problem. So all the connection will switch over to this box without any packet loss. And suppose this WAN connectivity is completely down, this section is completely down, and you have a geo redundancy in place, so it will just take over seamlessly without any drop sessions. So this is like a very highly available session border controllers, and you can have every features like hold, transfer, conference continue to work with this high availability feature to be enabled on your SBCs. And then interoperability, as I said, you can integrate multiple platforms. It is very highly interoperable. uh, Anyone have any question? Okay. Okay. So you can interoperate multiple protocols like S.323, which is your legacy network, SS7 to SIP, IPv4 to IPv6. Nowadays, this IPv6 is coming in into picture, where you have the MAC addresses instead of IP. So this is also interoperable with that thing. And then from transport layer interworking, so like UDP, TCP, and TLS, you can have that interoperable towards the lower layers. And then transcoding, This session border controller provide the DSP resources. So in case of any transcoding is needed, like you, if you see in this example, the service provider is having G729, and this IPPBX is configured for G711. So this SBC act as a transcoder in between, so that the call between these two platforms work without any issues, and it can provide you all those functionality. And it supports both voice and video, and you can do the number normalization through header manipulation rule. In Oracle SBC we have a concept which is called header manipulation rule, and you can achieve anything through that header manipulation rule. If you want to manipulate a simple invite header or a from header, or you want to manipulate the media parameters, so anything you can do with this HMR concept. And DTMF and fax interworking is there. Yeah, so this platform supports in-band, out of band, RFC 2833, and the fax interworking T.38 as well. So this, and quality of service, definitely this is the key measure into the VoIP world. So every company or every user wants their calls to be highly quality, and highly quality of service into that call. There's no jitter, there's no crackling noise and all. So this quality of service feature on this SBCs enables the users to have seamless connectivity, and they can have this QS marking of packets and QS measurement on this SBC, so that all the calls which are coming in, all the packets which are coming in, or RTP packets which are flowing through this SBC will be marked with the quality of service parameters, and user will not experience any kind of glitches or audio issues into their platforms, irrespective if they have any connectivity. So then definitely they will, but from the SBC perspective, if you want to uh, enhance this, so you can have this feature enabled on your SBC. And then recording. So this feature is nowadays very popular with this Oracle SBC, because Oracle also provides a solution, Oracle ISR, which we call integrated session recording platform, which you can see here in the session recording group. So this SBC is very like simple to configure your recording platform, and it can act as a recording platform. You, whether you can record your call into a tweak of one configuration onto this SBC. So and this is available for global SIPREC enablement. Either you can enable recording at the customer level, at a particular customer, or at a particular realm, which we call in SBC. So this SIP recording enables SIP recording capabilities on this SBC, where you can record the call, and then you can store it into a third-party recording vendor like Nice, Variant, SMRs, and Dubber. Nowadays, Dubber is also a recording platform vendor, where they provide this storage and all. So this is a standard product of Oracle SBC, which you can have for this integration. And then this is some comparison. I will share this slide, then probably you can go through. I will not go into this detail, what details are there. And then as I said, this Oracle SBC along with operations monitor will provide you the tracing capability. So you don't have to buy, or customer don't have to buy any other product like NetScout or any other tracing tools for their calls to be feeded into them, that tool, and then you will be able to see the PCAPs or traces. They Oracle provides a solution which is called Oracle Operations Monitor. You can integrate and you can feed your data into this tool, and you will have all the features in terms of monitoring, in terms of KPI enablement, in terms of tracing, and you can do any troubleshooting with this tool. So and it is very easy to integrate with the SBCs. So this is some snapshot which I just put for your reference. So this is once you have this operation monitor running, so you will see some, this is like a kind of MOS score dashboard which is getting monitored. And then you will if you see here, this is a call flow in the HTML, so it provides you both the capability. You can download the traces into HTML, either into the pcaps. So you don't have to go uh, uh, by extracting the HTML and then you have to put into the pcaps. It is very easy to read out into the HTML with this operations monitor flow. And
Hi.
yeah,
So when you say this enterprise operations monitor, right? So
yep,
what I understand is this monitor can provide you historical data as well as the live data, correct?
yes, correct.
Does it
So
only provide you the data, or in case of any unexpected situation happens, consider there are call failures, or if there is any call quality related problem, will it even throw any kind of an alert? I
yes,
mean,
yes,
is it working like a complete monitoring system, or?
yes. So this is very highly scalable. So you can do your tweaks of KPI monitoring. Suppose you want to have the KPI monitoring for 404 not found errors, and you can set up this operations monitor with that KPI to monitor it, and you can configure your device, and so that if there is a threshold which you can which you will set into the
Uh,
KPI monitoring, once that threshold will breach, it will trigger an
mhm.
alert to your
Okay,
ticketing tool or the alert tool like Netcool and all. So
understood.
you can do this. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And
So
this enterprise operations monitor, is it like a separate product, or it is a kind of a module within the cloud platform itself?
it is a separate product actually. But
Okay.
whenever a company buys Oracle SBC, then Oracle definitely push them to have this Oracle operations monitor, because it works really well with those, and you have all your solution. You don't have to have the monitoring solution separately for your company. So it will provide you
Yeah.
both the opportunity. So that's why it is very demanding.
Okay. So it is one of the product into the Oracle Cloud. The customer has to just buy the subscription or kind of um, license for that particular module.
Yeah, so there is a one license which they have to buy, and
Okay.
they have to just run, and it is like a application which is running besides the Linux. So you have to
Okay.
have the Linux operating system, and on top of that you can install this OCOM.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions? Sorry, I did not ask this, but you can just interrupt me whenever you have any questions, because I
Yeah,
just want to, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
go ahead.
those previous slides. So you mentioned if there is a codec mismatch or with the it's on another sender from the other PSTN. So
Yep.
it does automatically a codec resolution like a transporter, or yeah, you will need to feed it.
No, no, it will do automatically. So in SBC, we have a feature which is called DSP, so digital signal processing, and you have to enable the transcoding feature on your SBC, so that whenever you have this kind of situation where the other party is negotiating on G729, and you want that and the if suppose if this is A to B, the call is, and the call came to SBC, and this SBC negotiated with G711A law, and here it negotiated on G729. So this SBC can act as a transcoder, and it can convert G729 to G711 without any audio issues. So this is a feature in this SBC which you can enable. But you have to have DSP resources for that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So Astosh, coming to the point, transcoding. Actually, compared with Sonos, so we have while making configuration, we have to default setting. Like we have to enable the transcoding option. Then only we will see. But
Yes.
as per your point, you are saying it's a default one, like inbuilt. You are saying, right?
Yeah, it's inbuilt feature in Oracle SBC as well.
Thank you.
So there is a command show xcode xlist, which will show you how many DSPs are running in. So at the
Okay.
hardware level, it is there into that box itself. But if you want to see on the command line, so this is the command. So xcode xlist will show you how many DSP resources you have.
Okay. Thank you.
And when you say this ESBC, right? This SBC will be purely managed by Oracle, or it is managed by customer end?
Yeah, good question actually. So uh, ESBC is enterprise SBC. So
Okay.
suppose you are a customer, you have bought the
Mhm.
services from Oracle.
Okay.
So that SBC will be called as a enterprise SBC. And on the first, if you want to have the monitoring or the management of that SBC via Oracle, you can do it. Otherwise, you can have a third party who can monitor your or who can manage your this ESBC. And there is a other SBC which is called peering SBC. Peering
Okay.
SBC is mostly for the service providers like Tata, Vodafone, and all.
Mhm.
So they provide the peering SBCs so that it can act as a medium between the PSTN and the carrier. So these are two different flavors of SBC. Only the thing is the deployment, how you are doing. So when we deploying at the customer premises, we call it enterprise SBC. And in the setup entitlement, when you will do the configuration, you have to choose the option enterprise SBC instead of peering SBC.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Uh,
as far as I know, this
so, quick
DSPs are
question.
generally the physical hardwares, right? When it is like a physical chip within there in SBC. So
Yes.
I mean, how do we manage the capacity, right? Because the SBC, when you say transcoding, there is a limitation, right? So once the DSPs are utilized, so the further calls will have a failures, right?
Yeah. So there is a on the control plane of this SBC,
Oh,
there is a command by which you can log in into the control plane of this SBC. So that is a control. That is a command of if you type control, then it will ask for a password, and then you
okay.
can go into the control plane of this SBC, and you can have the complete DSP resources monitoring there.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah. So I wasn't also aware, but one of the issues uh, I have found, then I found this command that you should
Ah,
go into this control plane.
okay.
Yeah. So okay, anyone else was saying something?
Yes, it's me. So whether in ESPC, whether it will support for contact center perspective, like recording SPC.
Yes, yes, yes. So ESBC also you can enable the recording at the global level or at the a realm level. So you
Okay.
can, and
So whether
it
we
is.
have any kind
Mhm.
of ports kind of things are available, like in normal SPC, we will have license ports kind of things, right? So whether we have in recording SPC also we have the same ports kind of thing.
No, no, it is not a kind of port. It is a kind of feature. Okay. So
Okay.
how this SBC software is built. So they
Okay.
have encoded the recording feature into the software itself. So whenever
Okay.
you will put the software version into your SBC or load your SBC with that software version, it will have that feature. Only the thing is you have to enable that feature, and it will work. There is no port required for this. It
Okay.
will utilize the same port which is configured for the realm.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, let's move on to the dial plan. So as I said initially, like you can have this kind of connectivity where you can host any kind of legacy network to this SBCs, and you run your business. I will not. I will just emphasize here. So this SBC, you can see this E.164 address normalization is required whenever you connect to the PSTN world. So this can be achievable very easily through the local policies, and you can configure unlimited local policies into your SBCs without any license limitation and all. The license limitation is only limited to the concurrent sessions, but from the configuration perspective, you can have n number of dial plans and number of local policies into your SBCs. And it supports, suppose you have integrated with Cisco Call Manager your this session border controllers. So the short dialing, which we call 4-digit, 3-digit, it is supported with this Oracle SBCs, voicemail systems, SIP trunks. So these are a dial plan management system. Whether you want a complete number E.164 format, like +44 and then your number +91 then your number, that is E.164 format of your number. So you can achieve that. And different PBX systems have their own uh, set of criteria. Suppose they are dialing internally, so they will not dial full number, they will just dial 3 digits or the extension directly, which is normally 4 digit or 3 digit, and they will just put in, and that call will definitely went through if you have this a session border controller. So you can tweak the dial plan management according to the PBX which you choose, and it is very scalable. So there's no blockage, or there's no restrictions into having these digit manipulations through this dial plans. Okay. Okay, so this is one of the other benefit of having this session border controller. So session border controller also provide you the contact center features like automatic call distribution, IVR functionality, where you have some menus to move into in, and you can integrate your IVR system with session border controller for a better call center efficiency and better call center call queuing. So you can configure your call queue on your PBX system, and you can integrate your system with your SBC to have the better uh, support to deliver the call to that particular agent and all. And you can connect all your call centers. This is a like a centralized deployment architecture which is showing here. So you have your regional office, then home base agents, then offshore where you have some more agents. So you can connect through this centralized platform, and you can achieve and deliver the calls to those agents through this common session border controller, and it will work with all the features which we have discussed earlier without any issues. And then this is secure access to cloud services. So if you are having some kind of web conferencing or audio conferencing solutions, so you can have this session border controller to have those kind of integrations with those systems like Polycom video conferencing systems, and there are LG conferencing systems which you can integrate with this session border controller, and they will directly register with this SBC, and your functionality will work as usual. And then this is one of the case study, like if you want to have this Microsoft business, this Microsoft Skype is now obsolete, but I've just put upon it, you can consider it as a Microsoft Teams. So suppose if you have the Cisco call manager and you want to migrate to Microsoft Teams direct routing, so what you need to do? So you need to create a SIP trunk towards the Microsoft Teams direct, and you have to have a tenant for that customer onto your Microsoft PBX system, so that once your SIP trunk from Oracle SBC to Microsoft PBX system is up, the call can go through your tenant. So this is like a very easily you can achieve, where you can have the configuration of Microsoft Teams direct routing SIP trunk on your Oracle SBC, and then you can adopt carrier SIP trunking services. As I said, you can configure your SBC or as an interconnect, where you can deploy your and you can separate your network for carrier and from the PBX systems, so that you don't have to worry that this particular SBC is having both the traffic and how you are going to separate, or how you going to look further. So it is simplify it is like to simplify the operations, so you can have the particular SIP trunks towards the carrier and particular SIP trunks towards the Microsoft, towards any PBX systems like Ring Central, or any other vendor who is providing this contact center environment solutions. And then you can do the migration like per user basis, like if you want to migrate DDIs or single users, or DDI as a whole for all the users, or a single site you want to migrate gradually. So you can do that by deploying this Oracle SBC slowly or gradually. And then it provide you the CDRs, Oracle SBC, which you can utilize for your billing systems. So CDR is nothing but charge data records, which has the charging vectors. So you have to have a header into your invite, which is called p charging vector. It will give you the information about the charging of that user, and then you can integrate your billing system to this SBC, so that you have a better charging mechanism and better control of the charging, so that your customer and your company doesn't have any issues in terms of charging or in terms of billing. And this Oracle SBC, you can have the GUI page, uh, where you can do all those configuration through GUI, and it is very easy into the GUI, where it is just like audio code if you have worked upon, or other vendors like Ribbon and all. So it is similar, but I feel if you are habitual, then CLI is more comfortable than this GUI. So this is one of the basic call flow, which I've just created a small video. Let me play this. Just give me 1 second. Okay. Are you able to hear the audio or not?
Not yet.
Okay, just give me 1 second. Let me share the audio. Just give me 1 second. Let me reshare. Share screen, Windows, allow share system audio. Let me know once you're able to see my screen again.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay. Let me know once you are able to hear the audio now. It is 6-second video, but it will just give you the idea how it works for an outgoing call.
This diagram shows a call from the phone. The SBC secures the call to the SIP trunk and forks it to the SIPREC servers for recording.
Have you heard the audio?
Yes.
Okay. So let me play it once again, so that you will have the direction.
This diagram shows a call from the phone. The SBC secures the call to the SIP trunk and forks it to the SIPREC servers for recording.
So you can consider this is an outbound call which has came through the phone and it landed to the PBX system, and then PBX system has a like a SIP trunk connected towards the Oracle SBC. So the call came into the Oracle SBC by that SIP trunk, and then uh, in the internal mechanism, it find that this call should go to the PSTN word. So on the PSTN side, it has another SIP trunk, which is here. So it delivered the call to the PSTN, and also at the same point of time, it sent that invite and 200 OK to messages to this SIPREC server, because this call need to be monitored and recorded. So the SIPREC leg went to this SIPREC server, which started recording that call as soon as the RTP got established. So this is a very simple call flow which I just created for your reference, so that you just have a basic idea how this complete flow will work simultaneously. Okay.
So this is like an audio forking, right?
Sorry.
This is just like an audio forking.
Yeah, right. It is just like audio forking. So if you see this invite which is going to SIPREC, it doesn't have the attribute in the media parameters like send receive. It will have just equal to inactive in the attribute instead of send receive,
Okay.
because it is not going to talk back to this.
Correct.
So that's why.
Yeah.
Okay. So
So does this also support, you know, scheduling forking in terms of set signaling for the coding scenario?
yes.
Okay.
Okay. So this is just I have written in terms of investment if you are having this solution, so where you can save and all. So you can go through this slide. Probably I will share you this slide in once we will finish this webinar. So now the big question is why we should choose Oracle SBC as a SIP trunk or SIP trunk provider. So these are the few reasons. You can save your cost, because if you are buying this product, so probably you will reduce the complexity if you are buying this solution as a whole. And you can have a centralized dial plan management where you can monitor all your dial plans, local policies, and decide the routing mechanism through this SBCs. It is very easy to have the troubleshooting on this SBC via command line. It has a separate log collectors where it collects a log into different folders, and it is by name you will just find out that which file you need to look upon into this SBC to read the log files. And this node is now this is very old. Actually this was for 6300. Now with 6350 you can have 80,000 concurrent session per node. The new box which they have developed that can carry 80,000 concurrent session into your SBC at a once. And all these vendors, like if you go to the Microsoft portal, if you want to integrate this Microsoft Teams direct routing, so this SBC is certified with all these vendors. So the certification for this SBC is available with multiple vendors, and so you can integrate with any kind of platform which are nowadays popular with this VoIP world. And then this is the infrastructure, how and where you can have this integration. So if you see the carrier SIP trunking, as I said earlier, you can integrate then third party cloud services like recording platform and all. You can also integrate with SBC, then your operations monitor, and then your communication broker, you can communication broker is nothing but if you want to have the RTP to be monitored regularly for each call. So this communication broker you can install and integrate with your operations monitor. So it will feed the data into this ECB, and then you can have your RTP streams to be monitored stream by stream for a call. For A to B and B to A, you can monitor those streams, and in case of any issues you can just go here into the GUI page of this ECB, and you can check the call if there is any issues with that call or with that audio of that streams. So this is also a solution which they provide. And if you buy this as a whole, it is very having very reduced cost and having the better network quality, because all these products are with the same vendor. So they work with each other very well with uh, in comparison of other platforms. And then this is the some comparison of why you should have this Oracle communication in terms of enterprise solutions and open architectures, and then how it is affecting from the network perspective, from the employees perspective, for the customers, from the services perspective. So this slide show you that information, and you can just go through it. And I think that is all with the slides. Probably let me just go back and share my screen once again for a quick overview of the Oracle SBC in practical world. So just give me 1 second. Let me reshare my screen again. So you can have your SBC hosted on any of the virtual environment like hypervisor or your VMware Workstation Pro. So I have opted VMware Workstation Pro for my lab purpose. So let me just share my screen again.
And I mean, can we do any cloud subscription where we can install the SBC over cloud and do practices? I mean, is that available?
So
Likewise, how we have for AWS, right?
yeah, so on AWS we have some images, but I don't prefer AWS because the images are not very compatible with their platform. So you can have Microsoft Azure account, and I will provide you the link of this image on WhatsApp once I finish this webinar, and then probably you can have a free tier account of your Microsoft Azure, and you can install your SBC on there. But I prefer you should install this VMware Workstation Pro. At the last of this webinar, I am just going to supply a few images,
Okay.
which you can just install on your VMware Workstation Pro and uh, prepare your lab.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me share my entire screen. Okay, let me know once you are able to see my screen.
Yeah, we can see.
Okay. So if you see, this is one of the lab SBC. So what do you need to do if you are not aware? So as soon as you install this VMware Workstation Pro, so VMware Workstation Pro was initially like having the charges, but nowadays it is totally free. So you just type on Google that VMware Workstation Pro download. So you will get a link. You can just download and install it on your PC. It is totally free. There's no charges. And for this SBC MS, definitely charges are there. It is $3,000, $4,000 for software and product support on Oracle. It is not free. So I have purchased some licenses for this, and I have downloaded the images. So I will supply that images to you guys. so that you can do the practice. So let me just give you some basic idea how you will do it. So once you have that image, so the image will look like this. Just give me 1 second. So this is one of the SBC image 9.3.3. Okay, you don't have to run this li version because it is for li platform. So this is the image which you will see in your folders. So you have to just once you open this VMware Workstation Pro, you can create a new virtual machine from here, and then do this as a typical. You don't have to change anything, and here you need to select that image. Okay, that file. Okay, and the second part which I like most is just run this. It will just come here and it will ask for a name, but I have already installed it, so I'm not installing it. But if you face any issues while installing, then I'll just pop up on the chat, on the WhatsApp chat. You will be there, and this chat group will be there for a long time. So if you have any questions later, after this webinar as well, later this month as well, you can just reach out to me. So I will just quickly uh, power on this. So you will see this window once you boot up or once you power on your VM. So you don't have to do anything. It will just boot up automatically. I think my CPU resources are occupied much, so that's why it is taking time. So you have to have at least 16 GB RAM so that it can work seamlessly. But I have many VMs installed into this Workstation Pro, so they are all utilizing my CPU. So that's why it is a little bit slow. So sorry for that. So if you see here, it has got the image 9.0.0 and it is booting upon that. And I have configured these management IPs manually, but in your case, you might not see this, or it will automatically assign by your DSCP or your ISP network from your home router, which is connected to your laptop. Any other questions till it booting?
Yeah, I mean, this is from the very beginning slide, right? So when you said like we can register the Polycom devices into the Oracle cloud, right?
Yep.
Is
Oracle
it
SBC.
very specific? Yeah, is it very specific to the product Polycom, or even the product like Cisco or Mitel? These kind of, I'm talking about the desk phones, right? I mean, do we
So
have any
I will
permissions?
specifically, yeah, I will specifically mention Polycom, just for example. So you can have
Okay.
other, yeah, other phones as well.
Okay. So basically, like if customer only purchases the Cisco IP phones and they do not have any on-prem PBX, or they're not ready for investing any cloud PBX, so we can have all these phones directly registered into the Oracle Cloud or Oracle SBC and make them functional, correct?
Yes, yes. So Oracle SBC also works as the registrar. So you can
Okay.
integrate your IP phones and PBX system or any other legacy system with
Okay.
this platform. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Meanwhile, let me just share this link. Please check this link if you all are able to access it.
Yeah. Downloading it.
Okay.
It's saying download is scheduled, will start soon. Okay.
I hope you guys find this session helpful for you guys, at least.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, for me, I'm definitely getting the basic knowledge, because for me, Oracle SBC is something that I never worked on it before.
Okay.
But
So
yeah, a lot of new information.
yeah. So now it's boot up properly, and it has bring up the shell. So let me just go to putty.
And one question, like, yeah, you were favorite for the CLI, right? So is it available on both platform, like CLI as well as GUI, or it is only available on CLI for any sort of configurations?
So it is available on both.
Okay.
There's no issues. You can configure for GUI, or you can have this command line.
Okay, that's a relief. Okay.
So the basic command for once you have this boot up, so you can do this setup entitlements. So if you see currently this entitlement for peering SBC. So currently I've configured my SBC as a service provider SBC. So once you want to modify it, so if you see here 1 to 19 to modify, D to display. So if I want to just modify, so I can have this so if you want to monitor, if you want to modify this session capacity and all and quality of service to be enabled, SIPREC feature, you can see all these parameters are global. Okay. And if you have this transcoding for enabled for AMR, for Opus, for Silk, these are kind of codecs which are currently not popular, but they are working in the background with some of the infrastructure components. So you can enable this transcoding feature by putting one here. Currently it is disabled. And this SIPREC session recording, if you put enabled here, it will be enabled on the SBC at a global level. Okay. And if you want to do some kind of load balancing, you can put enabled here. If you want to interwork from IPv4 traffic to IPv6, so you can do this by putting enabled or typing enabled here. Okay. So there are a lot of things which you can do here, but I have already configured this, so I will not change anything. And this session capacity, you can put according to the software version which you have. Okay, so let me
So,
just
when you say 200, it means like 200 concurrent calls, or?
yes, 200 concurrent calls. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you want to set up product, so if you see one to modify, so if you see here, there are many things. You want to have your enterprise session border controller, peering session border controller, or if you want to have this box act as a session router or load balancer. So there are a lot of things which you can just put and make this SBC act like that. Okay, so I'm just not going to change this as of now, but you can do in your lab. These are the initial steps, how you will
So what's
configure
the
this.
difference between option 5 and 6?
So option 5 is basically for when you are deploying this SBC at the enterprise or the customer environment level, and you are not forcing your SBC to act as a service provider. So what is the difference between service provider and enterprise? So service provider have different customers configured on this single session border controller. It is a shared infrastructure. But for the enterprise, it is not shared. It is specific to that customer, which will act as a session border controller for them only. So this is the basic difference between enterprise and a peering session border controller.
So in any practical use cases or scenario where both are in use, or I mean, how they will be used practically.
So,
I mean to say.
so suppose you are a customer and I am your service
Mhm.
provider. Okay. So
Okay.
I have also Oracle SBC at my end, and I have created a SIP trunk towards your Oracle SBC, which is configured as an enterprise SBC. So
Okay.
that SIP trunk will communicate through this service provider SBC to your enterprise SBC, and the call will route via that trunk. So that is how you can. So a company can have a Oracle session border controller, or they can have other vendors SBCs to work with. But for example, you can have this kind of configuration where the same single box is acting as service provider, and at the other end it is configured as an enterprise, because you have configured it as an enterprise session border controller.
So it is basically one operating system which can take both of the roles, depends on how you
Yes,
configure it.
yes. So
So
these
for
are.
enterprise,
Mhm.
we will select 5, right? You
Yes,
selected 6. So,
yes. For enterprise, you have to select 5, and for if you want this SBC to act as a load balancer, so it will just you have to select 4. And if you want this SBC to act as a router, where it will just decide the routing on based upon the transaction or signaling which is happening within this SBC, then you can choose these options. Okay. So this is how you will set up your product, and then for uh, session capacity configuration, you have to set up your entitlements. And if you do show health, this is the basic command. So because I have not enabled SIPREC at global level, that's why it is showing disabled. So configuration is synchronized because it is these are the default settings. It will always be true. Service health, because I have configured the high redundancy, so that's why if you see currently this system is active, but the health is down. And why it is down? Here are the alarms because of which it went down. Okay, because my other SBC test SBC1 is out of service because it is not powered on. It is powered off. As soon as I power it on, it will be 100, and all these ports which are showing down here for this SBC will be up, and this health score will be increased. So this is this SBC is currently working as a high redundant node, but the other peer is down, so that's why it is showing this health score. And for checking alarms, you can just put this command, show display alarms. So it will show you the same thing. Show health also you will see those, but if you specifically want to see those alarms, so you can just run this command, show display alarms. Okay, for checking the interface status, so you can type interface brief. So you can see this vancom 0 is your management interface through which I am accessing this device, or I am doing SSH. And these vancom 1 and vancom 2, these are the interfaces which are responsible for having the high availability configuration. So let me just quickly paint. So suppose this is your SBC, and here you will have vancom 0, vancom 1, vancom 2, and there is another pair of SBC which is in same data center, vancom 0, vancom 1, vancom 2. So you will have different management interface, different IPs for these two SBCs to manage separately. But this, for making these two pairs highly available, you need to connect this vancom 1 to vancom 1 of this box, and then vancom 2 to vancom 2 physically. And on the configuration part, you need to do the configuration of show running config, redundancy config. So if you see, I have configured the peer configuration, and I put the IPs and all, and then you have to configure the other peer as well, so that they will synchronize the configuration to each other, and they will be available for any kind of disaster recovery. And these are the like some thresholds how it will go down and all. So this is how you will have the redundancy configuration. If there is any issues in the physical connection, then these two boxes will be out of synchronization, and you will not be able to achieve the high availability, and you might face issues with respect to calls. So it is very you have to ensure that these cables are plugged in into the same ports of two boxes. Otherwise this high redundancy is not going to work, because I come across similar kind of issues where two boxes which were locally resilient wasn't talking to each other, and we were troubleshooting on at the application level, and later, after doing a lot of troubleshooting, we got to know that the physical cable wasn't inserted properly. So I always recommend to follow the OSI layer approach to do any kind of troubleshooting, because that would be easy for you to isolate any kind of problem segment at the physical layer, at the transport layer, or at the application layer. If it is a straightforward SIP cost code issue, then definitely there is no need. But in case of any RTP issues, in case of any physical failures, then I will definitely recommend to go through that OSI layer model troubleshooting approach.
So, in this case, whether we will get any alarm or any kind of alert?
Yes, you will get. So this kind of alert will come to you. Health score is at 33, and there is one more alarm which doesn't show here, but that would be a redundancy. That redundancy is not there. That kind of alarm will be there. That is like into the MIB of this SBC. So I don't have currently that setup, so that's why I cannot show you, but that is there.
Okay.
Yeah. Show running config, system config. So these are the global settings which are there. Like host name, you can change the host name and all. You can configure the syslog, system log level. So what kind of logs you want to have on your SBC, whether warning, notice, or debug level. So you can change it. And then collect. So this is very important. Collect is for collecting the CDRs, charging data records. So you can have this configuration for your SFTP server or for a different server, which you can configure under the collect to put those CDR, because every minute SBC generates the CDR every 5 minutes. So you can transfer those CDRs to that SFTP server through this collect configuration. You need to just define the push receiver IP. There is a configuration of push receiver which you can do under this collect. So I will highly recommend, if you are into any infrastructure, or if you are working with customer and any customer reports that there are issues with respect to charging data records, so you should check the collect log files. And then com monitor, as I said, com monitor is to uh, feed your signaling and RTP data to the operations monitor. So this configuration is for that. You need to define the IP of your com monitor. When you will go into the com monitor configuration tree, then you will see that option to configure the com monitor IP and all. So all the calls which are coming in and out to this SBC, that will be feeded to this com monitor, and then you can have your KPI and tracing capabilities enabled for any kind of troubleshooting. So this is there are other settings, a lot of settings which you can just go through. And what I wanted to show security certificate detail. So this is the command. As of now, I don't have any certificates installed into this SBC. So suppose nowadays this internet and voice over IP services are very popular. So suppose you are providing a SIP trunk over the internet. So in that case, you need to have the TLS encryption, TLS certificate, or TLS exchange, or TLS handshake towards the other end or other party. So suppose I am a service provider and you are a customer, and you don't want to have the IP VPN or dedicated internet connectivity from any service provider or any MPLS provider. So, and you want to run your business through your home router itself. So I just need to have the trunk configuration, and I need to allow the IPs of your systems on this SBC. And then the SIP interface configuration. If let me see if I have any interface, SIP interface configuration. So virtual interface. No, sorry, I think I've removed it. So uh, in this SBC, when you configure the SIP interface, there is an option of having the protocol selection. So either you can select UDP, either you can select TCP, either you can select TLS. So for the SIP trunk over internet connectivity, it is recommended to have the TLS protocol as a communication protocol, so that your call and signaling RTP will be secured and will be delivered through that TLS protocol to your systems. So for TLS SIP trunk handshake, the key exchange will happen, and then that trunk will show into in service on this Oracle SBC. So for checking any kind of uh, realm configuration, so realm is nothing but customer config. So you can do this show running config realm config, but as of now I don't have any realm configured here. I think I have removed for one of the lab, so sorry for it. But I just wanted to give you the command so that you can run on your systems wherever you are working, or if you want to have your lab setup, then you can keep it uh, handy with you. Then show running config SIP interface. It will show you all the SIP interface configurations into it. Steering pool. Steering pool is very important while doing the configuration of SBC. So steering pool is defining on which media IP and how many ports you are allowing to have the RTP negotiation. So RTP port range, you guys already aware that we have from 1000 to 65,535. And on SBC, generally in the configuration I have seen, generally most of the customers in infra, they allow from 10,000 to 65,535 RTP port range. And you can define your media IP if you have a signaling IP and media IP different. So you can define the media IP into the steering pool, and you can define your signaling IP under the SIP trunk configuration, SIP interface configuration. So SIP, if there is any issues with the media, so you need to verify this steering pool configuration on your SBC. If and it is very recommended if you have different signaling IP and different media IP, because generally any person who is doing the configuration or who is provisioning the systems, generally the thought process is like we need to configure the same IPs. But that is very recommended that if you have the configurations like that, signaling media IP different, so you should in case of any audio quality issues, you should first verify this steering pool configuration and the port ranges which are defined there. So for that the command is show running config steering pool. So this is the command. Once you run on your system, it will show you all the steering pool configuration for your customers, and the IP and port ranges there. And then show Xcode, Xlist. I don't have any DSP as of now enabled. And then the control, sorry, session. Mm, mm, mm. Shall okay. So if you want to go into the control plane of this, so you can type shell, and you can go into the Linux of this SBC. Okay, and the default password for this is vxworks. Okay, you don't have to do any password settings for this. This is default password for from Oracle. Once you type shell, you need to type password as a vxworks. So it will work as a Linux system now, if you see. So all the things are here which are there. So in cd opt ls, if you see, these are the configurations, these are the log files, collect files, which I was saying how your CDR will go there. So under collect folder, it will store all those CDR files, and then from this system you can transfer those CDRs uh, to the SFTP server. If you have any crash reports, so you can once this SBC have any crash or anything, it saved the crash report into crash folder logs. So if I go to logs, so if you see, there are a lot of logs, and every log has a different meaning. So in Acme log, you will have your system logs. Okay, and it will rewrite according to the memories allocated to this system, and it will create the similar fields, how many files are can be there. And then SSH is for your who is doing the SSH connection to this system, and if you find any kind of spam SSH connection, so you can go to log.ssh and you can check. And then dmessage.log is for kernel level. So you know the kernel is the base of any operating system. So if you have any problem, and if you want to check anything at the kernel level of this operating system, so you can look for the logs of dmesses.log file. And for any kind of CLI audit log, who done what kind of changes, so you can do check into the audit log. In the auth.log, if there is any authentication failures, so suppose I am logging in via SSH and I got authentication failure, I put the password multiple times wrong, so you can check who has done that authentication, or for which user the authentication is failure is there. And then uh, these are like platform levels for internal routing and all. You can see the logs here. And then for log audit, I already told you. And then auth proxy, if you have any proxies before this SBC, or you have any radius authentication proxies like 40 gate token and all, so you can have the logs into this authentication proxy and all. Then BERPD is for your switching. So this synchronization between the resiliency happens, this BERPD protocol, which is the internal protocol of this SBC. So if there is any issues, you can look for these logs. And then certificate related anything, you can check the certificate logs, collect, as I said, if you have any transfer issues for the files to your SFTP server, you can check on the collect logs. Com monitor, so you can check how many files are transferred to the com monitor. So like that, there are many things which you can check. uh, and these logs are available within the systems. You don't have to go anywhere else and store these logs. It is recommended that you should configure the syslog, but these systems are capable to have these logs for a longer run. And if you have any kind of problems, so you can come here and check the logs and do the troubleshooting accordingly.
So here we see, like, multiple log files. For example, log.burp d dot one, dot two, dot three. So which one to refer? I mean,
So
is
it
it
will come,
this?
it will come with it. Okay, ls minus lrth. So if you see, it came with dates and time when it got created. Okay, so suppose you have an issue on 30th January at this time duration approx, so you can
Mhm.
go there and you can look for that file, that particular file, and check that, right?
Okay, so so those files, I mean log files with the specific extensions, they are for a particular time frame, right?
Right.
So, and is there any possibility that two log files will have the data from the same date? I mean, is there any restriction on the log file size as well?
I think there are some restrictions for the log file size where it got overwritten, but I think it depends on the memory allocation on of your system. Then I have seen like 12 13 log files for a single log file. So suppose there is a auth proxy, so I have seen like there are log.auth proxy dot 12. So there are 12 files for means like 12 days files you have on your logs. So you can go back for 12 days to check out for auth proxy logs. If you want to check the log files for calls, so log.cfd is the file name. You can check. So there are multiple log.cfd files will be created according to your server overwritten mechanism, and then you can check that particular file which is matching to your calls and time. So
Astos, do we have any sample CDR quality record for a troubleshooting perspective?
as of now, I don't have, because yesterday during my training session, I was showing something. So I
Okay.
have to clear everything. So,
Okay.
uh,
So
but
in that
I
case,
will provide you.
Yeah, so whether in that CDR, whether we can able to check the Costco details, media, entire thing will be available. So what are the parameters we have then?
If you see here, this log.cpd file I have just opened. So if you see this redundancy, so this will show you on the bottom of it, if there is any issues with the resilient node, so it will show you here out of service. There is one more line, out of service, and you can just check this file to match your time, and to find out since when it is out of service, and then you can do the troubleshooting accordingly to make it work.
Okay.
And in the same log file, log.cpd, you will find the calls detail as well. Yeah, I will try to find some log files for you guys, and then I will upload into the same folder which I've shared, and then probably you can check upon it. But this is how this system. Yeah.
Yeah, in a switchover scenario, so whether we have to check in both IP, like, or we have to check directly in GUI, which will be the better to analyze.
GUI, if you ask me personally, so GUI doesn't give you this much of information which you can see into the CLI, right? So GUI is better to do the configurations at a
Okay.
very in controlled manner. But CLI gives you more than that, where you can do this log filing, do see the log filing. So in this, if you come into this shell mode, so it is just like a Linux system, and you can do the scat and all to check the log file. So uh, see here, I am just doing cat and just checking this log file, okay, and it is showing me all those output into a very readable format. And let me show you another way. Okay, I am now exit into from the cell mode. Now if I show log file, okay, so here you will not see it is in very like proper format or in the date wise. If you see after 9 Jan, it is 30th Jan. So it is very freaky to find out which file is like relevant to you. But if you are in cell mode, then you can easily just run a command ls-lrth. It will just sort by date and time, so that you will be easily to find out which file you have to look upon. So
Okay.
yeah, so I will recommend always that you should familiar to CLI.
Right.
And any risk associated while exploring all these options, secure cell mode.
No, so there is no risk. Only the thing is you don't have to copy or move any files or rename any files.
Okay.
You have to make sure. And I will suggest that if you want to like explore, so just take a backup. So for taking a backup of your SBC, just do a backup config, and then before or after, whatever you want to put the name, you can put. So I will just put before underscore and then the date to remember. I have created this on 31st Jan. Then task done. It means the backup has been taken for your entire SBC. Now you can go anything and you can do anything. And then for checking your backup file, show backup file, backup config. So you can see there are backup which I have taken just now, and there is another command by which you can check the backup, display backups. So you can see this is your backup. So if you want, once you are done with your checks, or you have manipulated anything by mistake, so the better way is to restore config is just type restore backup config, and then just uh, put this name, okay, and hit enter. Need to perform save config and activate config. This is a warning which you will see. So before doing this save config, I will just do verify config. Verification is successful, there is no errors. Now I will do the save config and then activate config. Now the backup has been restored. Okay, your system is on the previous state where it was before your change. So you can play around with your systems, but I will recommend to take a backup before playing with your systems if you are in production.
And this backup can be scheduled.
This backup can be scheduled. In this CLI, it is a very lengthy process. So GUI is very uh, very easy option where you can do the scheduling of doing this backup on daily basis or weekly
Mm,
basis at a particular time.
okay.
Yeah. So I think that's all from my side, I believe. And if you guys have any question for this, because I'm going to have like follow-up webinars for like from basic uh, SBC setup to advanced configuration. This was like my first webinar on Oracle SBC for introductory purpose, where I just wanted to have connect with you guys. uh, I, I am running batch 2 for today. Previous batch was in the morning, and I'm just going to have another batch at the evening. So I'm just having the persons who are currently working on these platforms or not working, they are willing to work on the platform, so that I can prepare something for them from scratch to advanced level with all the call simulation and all, so that everyone can have best of it. So that's what I am planning, and you will be informed about this in the latest days on your WhatsApp groups, and then probably we will connect with each other again. If you guys have any other questions, then probably you can ask.
Uh, yeah, is there any documentation or kind of a PDF, right, where we can read through everything as a theory, start to end, like how the product and what are the configurations?
Okay, I will provide you some more documents, and I will upload
Mhm.
on the same folder, so you guys
Okay.
can download it and review it.
Yeah, that will be helpful. Yeah.
Yeah, but I will recommend that you should try after this webinar. You should
Yes,
try
yes.
this setting up this SBC on your VMware Workstation Pro, and
Right.
just keep me posted on the WhatsApp whether it is successful or not.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And for this Oracle SBC, I guess there are certifications, right?
Yes, yes. So there are two certifications on Oracle SBC, which is one is for troubleshooting and one is for advanced level SBC configurations.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So any other questions?
Ashutosh, one thing. I mean, are you not? I mean, how this will go in future? I mean, just as a part of webinar or any, um,
Classes.
sort of any course or how? I mean,
So it is going to be in the form of classes, not webinar.
okay.
So webinar
Mm-hmm.
is, it is just like an introduction where you will just
Mm-hmm.
show yourself and show your skills and what
Mm-hmm.
you are going to offer, right?
Okay.
So that's why I arranged it, and I
Mm-hmm.
have arranged this same webinar in the last week as well. So
Mm-hmm.
probably by next week also I am going to have a few webinars on this topic,
Mm-hmm.
because I am just collecting the candidates so that I can
Mm-hmm.
arrange a proper batch for the
Mm-hmm.
complete training session.
Okay.
And I
So.
will make sure that training session will be very minimal at cost, because if you go into the market, uh, because generally they take 1 to 2 lakh for per candidate in the corporate world, if I say frankly, so
Mm-hmm.
for SBCs. But I'm not going to take that much actually, even though I'm providing these images free of cost, because I just wanted to see that you should learn in this growing world. So that is my agenda, and that's why I started my this AC Tech Hub company as a whole, where we are providing this kind of training and offering in a very less amount of these popular trainings. So I'm going to come up with a few more webinars on audio code SBCs, ribbon SBCs, and the integration with Microsoft Teams direct routing. And moreover, apart from that, in the automation section, I'm going to come back with Power BI, which is a more demanding visualization tool nowadays. And then in the automation, shell scripting and a few part of Python scripting, which will be taken care by my other trainers. And then in the IMS, which is the multimedia system, which is nowadays also very like 5G, 6G, which is emerging technologies, which is carrying the complete IMS traffic, IP multimedia system traffic. So for that, I am also thinking to have some kind of webinar so that participants have a complete end-to-end infra knowledge, and they can move on to any technologies. They don't have to worry that okay, I am working in Cisco, I don't know Oracle. Why should I? Where should I go, or where should I apply? So that's what my agenda and my company's agenda. So that's why I'm having this initiative. So I will make
Okay,
sure
got
that
it.
you guys have everything.
Nice. Any timelines for the classes that you are going to start?
So batch timing, probably I will start mid Feb, but that is
Mm,
tentative. But I will keep
okay.
you posted, guys.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah. So thanks everyone for your time and listening me. And have a great day and have a great weekend. Enjoy with your family. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much
Same to
for
you.
you as well, for preparing such a good video. I mean, good content and showing us for a very affordable price.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Thank you for your effort.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
Have a great day.
Thank,
Bye.
Thanks
thank
a
you,
lot.
Astor. Have a nice day.
You
Thank
too.
you.
Thank you.